I'm interested in knowing when we talk about the golf world, because I know you've spoken to several people in the golf world, obviously over the last 24 hours or so. I'm interested in knowing, just the outpouring of emotion, how it speaks to the change, whatever change that has taken place with Tiger Woods. Can you crystallize for the audience out there, what Tiger Woods was compared to what he is now as a person? Because it seems like it's one thing for the obvious to be put forth. You're happy he's alive and things of that nature. But it's another thing entirely where you see the emotions pouring for him in ways that you never anticipated it would pour out for Tiger Woods, at least once upon a time. Things have changed drastically for him. Can you crystallize that for our audience?
Absolutely, Stephen A. And it goes back to the Tiger Woods that was and the Tiger Woods that is. And he has changed as a person. During our radio show, I was on, and we had Paul Azinger on, and he was talking about the Tiger Woods that he used to compete against and why the young guys now are so emotional. And he said something that really struck me and hit home because of how true it is. And he said, when he was playing against Tiger Woods, Tiger was uncomfortable if you were comfortable with him. The kids now, Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, Tiger now is uncomfortable if you're not comfortable with him. And I think that speaks a lot to who Tiger Woods is today compared to who he was before, which is why with all the young golfers that are on the PGA Tour now, why you see the outpouring from athletes, not even in golf, but in all sports, the outpouring of emotion and prayers, hoping for the best for Tiger Woods. Because the Tiger Woods in 2000 is not the Tiger Woods of today. And I don't mean the golfer, I mean the person. And so the person that everyone loves today is a different person because he's a father, because of everything that he's gone through in his life. It is very difficult, even for the most stringent Tiger haters that are out there, not to root for this guy because of the comebacks that we've seen and everything that he's gone through. As you see now, that hug with him and Charlie when he won the 2019 Masters and there with his mom, that kind of emotion, knowing everything he had gone through and then looking back and remembering the hug that he shared with his dad on that green, that's the guy we now know. That's the guy that we all now appreciate because of the growth of a human being that is Tiger Woods.
By the way, I should mention that stretch of road where he crashed, apparently the reporting is that that's known locally as a dangerous spot where there are accidents. I just wanted to mention that because I hadn't mentioned it when I said, what will the investigation show? Piggybacking off of that question, Michael, in like movie making, in a script, ideally the emotional arc of the character matches the action, right? The arc of the action. And in Tiger Woods' case, as you're describing his emotional journey and where he wound up, he won his first major in forever. What was it, 11 years? At the Masters, right? So he'd finally, in that emotional journey, it matched the action of the story. And if he never golfs again, it feels like the 2019 Masters is the perfect ending. Is that something that is being discussed in? Have you considered that? Is that being discussed in golf circles? Like, wow,
no,
he got there,
no.
He won the Masters.
No, because it's Tiger Woods. And you have to remember, he won after that as well. He tied Sam Snead's record later. And so that's the one thing about golf. When you look at golf, there is no walk away like John Elway, like you win the Super Bowl and say, that's it. Hey, hats off, I'm out, and do the mic drop. That's very rarely, if ever, in golf does that happen because guys can keep playing. And remember, there's PGA Tour champions that is after, 50 that you could go play on. And I know Tiger, wanted to try and compete in the U.S. Senior Open. And if he won that tournament, then he would be the only player to have all USGA trophies in his house in history, which, Tiger loves stuff like that. So as movie-esque as it would have been for him to win that Masters and then just walk away into the sunset, maybe only playing in events with Charlie like we saw him do with the father-son last year, that's not quite how golf works. And so That's also why now you hear golfers talk about if there's one guy who would be able to come back from any injury out there, it's Tiger Woods, because what we've seen him go through before, how he won the US Open in 2008 on a broken leg, how he came back through those back surgeries and won the Masters. This is Tiger Woods we're talking about, so you never doubt him.